Look at the dollar, folks. Look at the U.S. dollar. Look at the U.S. dollar go down. Now, how many of you remember 2 weeks ago, June 14th, I made a video following up on that one on June 15th, right after the Fed rate hike, and I said the zombie reaction, which is what we saw after that rate hike of buying of the dollar, right? All those people, higher interest rates make the dollar go up. I said you got to sell the dollar. I said it in those videos. You got to sell the dollar very emphatically. I told you what to do. You got to sell the dollar. Where are we today? Look at euro against the dollar, up almost near 114. Erased all of its decline since the November election last year. How about British pound up around 130 now? And I've been saying ever since Brexit, and I'll say it once again, that the British pound will recoup all of its losses that occurred post-Brexit. That means it's going to go back up to 146, 147. All right, it might take some time. Oh, Mike, how long do we have to wait? I don't like to wait. But it is going to go back up there, okay? So, once again, my call was absolutely correct. You cannot do any better than that. People with MMT Trader report. I just had a guy email me right now. Said, Mike, thanks so much. You know, I made so much on these currency calls in the last 2 weeks. Well, there you go. There you go. All right. So the dollar will continue to fall. All right, we have one holdout right now, which is against the yen. I have not seen or heard of any policy shifts in Japan that would suggest that the yen is going down, all right? The yen, a lot of the zombies look at the yen as this kind of safe haven play, you know, so when the stock market's up 160 points today, reversing all of yesterday's decline, yeah, there might be some selling in the yen, but that is not a fundamental reason to be active in the yen, okay? I mean, you got to look at policy, negative interest rates in Japan, fiscal policy towards budget balance, this whole sort of thing, trade policy towards running surpluses, this sort of thing. This is all bullish for yen, all right? There's nothing has changed. If they came out tomorrow and if the government said, hey, we're going to do this massive fiscal stimulus, like real fiscal stimulus, not this the Bank of Japan monetary operations, phony stuff. Actually, that stuff is all very supportive of the yen. But if the government said, yeah, we're going to spend, you know, a zillion yen now to you know, boost the economy and to you know, just do whatever we need to do, then yeah, I'd be selling yen. But that's not happening. I mean, they tell you what they're going to do. All right. The governments, the monetary authorities, the fiscal authorities, they tell you what they're going to do. It's not like some shrouded secret. They're happy to talk about it. They don't understand what they're doing in terms of the effect. It's usually contrary to what they're trying to achieve. Or if they're cynical, they're doing it just to benefit a certain very narrow group, usually powerful, wealthy, powerful elites. But they tell you what they're going to do. Our job basically is just to sit around and wait until they tell us what they're going to do. And then if you understand what the effect is going to be, and that means understanding MMT and not being a zombie. Folks, those of you who are zombies, you can de-zombify yourself by coming over to this side. All right, now we don't have groups here that go out and perform interventions. I mean, the only intervention we have really is my videos right here. If you want to read some of the testimonials of people who have been, you know, my students or following me, I guess that's sort of an intervention, but it's not a, you know, it's not a take charge intervention. We don't come into your living room or into your office or into your life and say, hey, zombie, snap out of it. You got to stop being a zombie. If you're a zombie, then you have chosen to be a zombie, all right? It's not like some gamma ray came from outer space and warped something in your brain, although your brain might be warped anyway. You can de-zombify yourself. Some of you have here. I know some of you say, Mike, I used to hate your guts. I used to think you were an idiot and a fool, and then I saw everything you said is right, so I started following you, and they de-zombified themselves. You can do that. So that was the call. I said, you know, who does that? I come out right at the moment and I say, you do this. And then that's exactly what happens. I said, sell the dollar. Everybody was buying the dollar, right? Everybody. I made a call earlier today on oil. If you want that update, you got to sign up for the 30-day free trial of MMT Trader. Go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com. And they're right there on the homepage. It says, get the 30-day free trial. I'll send you that email. There's a couple of emails that I sent out today, all right? So, de-zombify yourself. De-zombify yourself. I mean, you're not going to get better calls than this because, and it's not like I'm calling the market, quote unquote. It's more, I guess you could describe it as an understanding. When you have an understanding, it's kind of like physics. You know, when there's a force, there's going to be a reaction. So, you know, I approach it in a very scientific manner. MMT is very scientific. The understanding that it describes, what it describes, which is the correct understanding of the functioning of our monetary system. That's like understanding physics when you can measure or anticipate a reaction based on knowledge. All right, it's based on knowledge. Zombies react based on a belief system. That's not knowledge. All right, a belief system could be like you think that I don't know, you know, like that the sun revolves around the earth. All right, they used to believe that thousands of years ago, and it looked that way. It looks that way, right? I mean, if you look up in the sky, for somebody who didn't understand the science, you could say, hey, Charlie, look, there's the sun. It's moving. You could see it. It was over there an hour ago. Now it's over here. So don't tell me that the sun is not revolving around the earth. You can see it revolving around it. That's a belief system. That's not truth. The truth is, it's the other way around. The earth revolves around the sun. All right, everybody. De-zombify yourself. You can do that very easily by going to pitbulleconomics.com and signing up for my report. See you later. Bye-bye.